news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henney and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to most of you. A little bit of sun for others. Hey, I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henney here at Radio Center, along with Matthew Lester, where it's a whole lot colder than it has been for the past few days. Mother Nature decided to bring spring in with a touch of winter, and it looks as though we're going to be pretty chilly for the next several days. We'll get into that weather forecast for you in just a moment. But basically what we have, a couple of systems that will be tracking through southern Canada, almost right straight east. And as a result, we're going to be a little bit on, if you want to call 44 degrees warm, it will be. Much warmer than what it will be for the remainder of the week. And we are looking for low tonight of about 27, which quite frankly, that's normal for this time of the year. So again, it shows you just how spoiled we have been. And we're going to wish we had 44 as we finish off the remainder of the week and into the weekend. As far as the systems go, the low pressure system, a little bit of warmer air coming up, but a frontal system, a wind shift line will be moving through tonight, and that especially after midnight, and that's going to signify some pretty chilly weather, because behind that front is a high pressure system which will be settling in north of Minnesota, and that is going to pump some pretty cold air down into and around the Great Lakes area. Speaking of that, Matthew Lester, what do we have on the thermometer?
Yeah, so over at the airport, it's cloudy at 34. Over in Midland, it's partly sunny at 37. Here at Radio Center, it's also cloudy at 34. We have southwest winds at 21, gusting up to 29 miles per hour, and our pressure's at 29.59, and it's falling.
And we'll continue to see those winds gusting to better than 25 miles per hour over the next couple of days. They'll kind of cool down just a little bit, or simmer down just a little bit at night. But as we move through the day, that wind speed will continue to pick up, and we will have wind chills to contend with. I mentioned that 44 is going to be the warmest that we will see. Well, you take a look at tomorrow's high, 32, Thursday's high, 34, Friday's high will be 35, Saturday, 36, then Sunday we'll work our way up to 38, and then to start the work week off next week, we'll be at 48, 49 degrees once again, so running above normal. Matter of fact, the short term for right now, for at least the 24th through the 28th, is for our temperatures to be averaging above normal for this time of the year. But along with that is going to come some precipitation. Our precipitation values will be above average as well. Now, long term, to take us from roughly the middle of next week into April Fool's Day, we'll be looking at normal average temperatures, slightly above normal as far as the moisture. So this chilly weather is going to last a little bit longer than what we have been seeing. Then it'll warm up, and then it'll cool right back down again. The big culprit of all of this is high pressure, that not only is going to bring us some much colder air, but also some snow shower, snow flurry activity. We're going to keep our eye on a major system that will be moving in on Thursday night after midnight. Thursday is going to be probably the nicest day of the week when it comes to sun. We'll have a mostly sunny day all day long, and partly cloudy moving into Thursday evening. But then clouds will be moving in close to midnight, and then after midnight, system will be approaching, and that is going to give us some snow. Right now, it appears as though the heaviest amount of snow will be centered in southern Michigan on Thursday night and during the day on Friday. It will be measurable amount of snow, but again, because our soil is as warm as what it is, even with the colder air for the remainder of this week, that soil temperature is still right up there. So it's going to have to take a good 2 to 4 inches of snow before we actually see some on the ground stay on the ground. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to get that much on Friday, but there is a potential, especially closer to the Michigan border, of seeing that much snow out of the system during the day on Friday. Warm weather. Well, the Pacific Northwest and the western part of the continental United States continues to see some warmer temperatures after they had a long bout with not only chilly temperatures, but quite a bit of snow. Yesterday, Portland, Oregon, 77 degrees. Roseburg, Oregon, some of you are aware of that town, 80 degrees yesterday. Mount Shasta, California, 74. Billings, Montana, 71. Spokane, Washington was at 69. They're all records. LA was at 77 and Phoenix was at 80. Those were not records, but still it's indicative of that warm air that's out there. And it's going to stay there. The cold air, the projected high temperature for the day today in Lakeland, Florida, where we had the opportunity to see 3 Detroit Tiger baseball games, is 69 today. All last week we had beautiful sun. And Thursday, the first game that I had the opportunity to see, it was 88. We never dropped below 83 for a high temperature all the days that we watched the Tigers play down in Lakeland. And incidentally, off the record as far as farm is concerned, when you talk baseball, that team looks really good this year. So if you have the opportunity to see them and especially listen to them, I think they're going to have a pretty exciting season. Record high in this date was set back in 2012, 80 degrees. Incidentally, the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, and the 21st of March in 2012, we had record high temperatures of 80, 73, 80, 83, and 87. And 2012, for a lot of you that remember, it was a pretty warm month, and it was a pretty warm summer, one of the warmest on record. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Matthew standing by. Who have we got?
Up next, we have Abby Terwilliger from the Andersons, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
But before we get to all of that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. Those Farmall tractors, they're ready to go. When you're ready to go this spring, they'll handle whatever job you need done. The folks at Weiss Equipment will pair you up with the right size Farmall tractor so you're getting peak efficiency for your money. Remember, anything from the value-packed compact Farmall A to the deluxe compact Farmall C and C Series with cabs, they've got them. The tractor does it all, so no matter what you're doing, Can Do comes in red, and it's called Farmall. See them today at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer. We say good morning to Abby Terwilliger. Abby, what's going on the markets today?
Good morning, Terry. Not a whole lot of move in corn and soybeans. Wheat is up a little bit. Right now in Hemlock, we are currently $3.71 for old crop corn, $11.29 old crop soybeans, $4.61 old crop red wheat, and $5.11 old crop white wheat. For new crop corn, $4.08, soybeans $11.18, red wheat $5 even, and white wheat $5.55.
Any headlines? What's making the market do what it's doing?
it's just being the market. Nothing too crazy. Wheat, the excellent report came out yesterday, or for last week, and a couple states fell, but a couple states rose, so it might be going off that. And then I know the European Union, there's rumors of them banning imports of Russian wheat because it's so wheat, and that's causing all the issues over there. So that might be playing into it a little bit as well.
That doesn't surprise me one bit. Abby, you take care. Have a great day, okay?
Thank you. You as well.
You bet. Abby Twilliger with the Andersons. A little bit more in depth as far as what the markets are doing. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer has got us covered here. Market report brought to you by Kryjak's House Family Restaurant. You want to reserve a table for Easter. It is just around the corner, especially Easter breakfast. They have a great menu and a great buffet at Kryjak's House. So book your table and chairs right now. Remember, Kryjak's House, they're ready when you are to supply the food for any event coming up as well. Use this number for the reservations or booking a party, 989-894-5531. Kryjak's House Family Restaurant. And by the folks at Steiner Tractor. New parts for old tractors. They understand your life and job both stop if your tractor stops running. That's why they can help you out, whatever it is. 800-234-3280 or go to steinertractor.com. Doug Klein, good morning.
Well, good morning.
How's things going?
Well, crude oil's 83.50, so that rally's intact. I guess the sellers have abated a little bit in commodities, so that at least the lows are not being hit anymore. So that's been a few days, a whole week maybe even, that we haven't seen a new low in the commodities. That's a good sign. I don't know. Precious metals kind of tapering off. They're, I guess maybe they hit their resistance for now. Down 2.5% on platinum, 1.5% on copper. So I guess we're just waiting for a Fed decision on Wednesday, which should be relieving rates the same. I don't know how the market's going to react to that. Apparently, it's just going to be we're okay with that as long as we know that's what's going to happen. The clarity thing. So anyway, so here's your numbers. May corn 439.25, up 3.25. July corn 451.75, up 3. May soybeans 11.87.25, down 0.5 penny. July soybeans 12.02.25, unchanged. The May wheat is 551.25, up 8.25, and July wheat 565.5, up 8 cents. Crude oil 83.64, up 92 cents. Heating oil 276.07, down 2 3/4 cents. Gasoline is 275.5, down 0.2 penny. Natural gas 187.5, up 4 1/4 cents. Currencies: Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys $1.3585 Canadian. That's up 53 ticks. The dollar buys 150.81 yen. That's up 161 ticks. The euro's at 108.55, down 16 ticks. The dollar's at 103.91, up 32 ticks. And probably because they're more likely to leave interest rates alone and possibly cut fewer times by the end of the year. So that's probably given us strength on the U.S. dollar. So gold's at $21.56, down $8.30. Silver's $24.99, down 14.5 cents. And platinum's at $897.20, down 24. Right.
That's what I say. You take a few days off and nothing changes.
Nothing changed.
No, not at all. Doug Klein,
Right.
You take care. Have a great day. Okay.
Yep, you too.
Doug Klein at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. Remember, they're ready to go. Great selection of products from SureCrop and Nature's to help you increase your yields. And, of course, the professional advice from certified crop advisor Vic Hupfer. All at Freeland Bean and Grain, serving you since 1983. Where serving you is their business. We'll be right back.
It happens after every commercial building gets built.
That looks great, boys. Wow, what a change. The owners are going to be thrilled.
Even after cleaning up the garage or shed. That leftover scrap metal can be a burden, but it doesn't have to be, and it can make you some cash. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal is a metal recycling company that'll pay you cash and recycle your metal for the future. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal also makes it easy. We can provide containers for industrial manufacturing facilities and small specialty shops for moving and storing scrap metals. Looking to scrap a vehicle? We got you. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal in Saginaw, just north of the Dow Event Center. Also located in West Branch, 1 mile off I-75 and M76. Schedule a car pickup or check metal prices now at rifkin-co.com. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal, recycling today for tomorrow.
National Agriculture Week going on right now all across the country. To get a little bit of perspective of what agriculture is all about, why don't we touch base right now with Cindy Young from Brownfield.
One U.S. farm feeds 166 people annually in the U.S. and abroad. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. National Agriculture Week is a good time to celebrate the abundance provided by American agriculture. In this country, we enjoy a food supply that is not only abundant, but affordable and among the world's safest, thanks in a large part to the efficiency and productivity of America's farms and ranch families. About 98% of U.S. farms are operated by families, individuals, family partnerships, or family corporations, and farm and ranch families comprise less than 2% of the U.S. population. Did you know that women make up 36% of the total number of U.S. farm operators? Join me in celebrating National Agriculture Week.
National Agriculture Week from the Brownfield Network, brought to you this week by the folks at Steiner Tractor, new parts for old tractors made easy, by Star of the West, keeping the valley growing since 1870, and by the Rummel Agency, the Rummel Insurance Agency of Saginaw, Frankenmuth, and Carroll, where farming is a personal business. Incidentally, as far as Michigan farms are concerned, I know Jonathan covered a few things yesterday, but basically we're looking at about 45,300 farms, and land in farms in Michigan was 9.5 million acres, which is unchanged from a year ago. The average size of a farm here in Michigan is 210 acres per farm. That's up from 208 acres in 2022. We'll be right back.
Reliability. One word that packs so much meaning. Delivering on promises, standing the test of time, knowing your equipment is going to work when it's supposed to, or having someone knowledgeable there when it doesn't. It's the thing that gives you confidence during the toughest of seasons. So at Hudson, when we say reliable, we don't take it lightly. That's why we sell John Deere. Reliable equipment, reliable service, reliable people.
Again, as far as Michigan is concerned, we're very blessed to have the state that we do have. 3 of the highest county average corn yields were found in Huron County, about 193.3 bushels per acre. Monroe County comes up next with 192.5 bushels per acre. And then there's Lenawee County with 191.5 bushels per acre. The top 3 corn producing counties in Michigan: Lenawee County, Sanilac County, and Saginaw County. The 3 highest county average soybean yields were found in Lenawee County with 54.6 bushels. Tuscola County came in second with 53.3, and Washtenaw County was 52.5 bushels per acre. The top 3 soybean producing counties were Lenawee County, Sanilac County, and Saginaw County. And when it comes to wheat, the highest county average winter wheat yields were in Huron County, 105.9 bushels per acre. Sanilac County was next with 100.4 bushels per acre, and Monroe County was 95.8 bushels per acre. Now, the top 3 winter wheat producing counties in Michigan: Huron County with 7.52 million bushels, Sanilac County with 5.18 million bushels, and Tuscola County with 3 0.03 million bushels per acre. So talk about the breadbasket. I guess we're right in it for right now. Matthew, who do we have on deck?
Up next, we have Jerry Samolsky from the Bay Landscape and Garden Center.
Good morning, Jerry. How you doing?
Wonderful, Terry.
Yep, we were just talking about it. And I know you and Jonathan talked about the landscaping industry yesterday here in Michigan. We got a lot to talk about when it comes to our different industries, don't we?
Sure do, Terry. You know, we just do so many things so well here with the horticultural industry and greens. Again, with the 3 proven winner partners, there's a ton of other wholesalers and growers. Particularly the west side of the state is really kind of stepped up, and they're huge. And again, the thing is we're not like a power plant. We don't make smoke. We don't make dust. We're kind of nice and quiet, and everything goes well and kind of go unnoticed.
Yeah. So on this stage of the game, obviously a lot of folks thought they'd get an early start to maybe doing some landscaping. But right now, it looks like those plans might be a little on hold.
They are, Terry. But you know what? We can still look at getting some things done. Or, you know what? Even better, not doing some things. So I think the next day or two, we'll talk about some things maybe we don't need to do. And I'll start by saying we don't need to rake our lawns. And we don't need to power rake our lawns or thatch them. Golf courses don't do that. So why do homeowners think they have to? So this is a case where maybe less is more. So let's take it easy. You know, if you got some branches and things in your yard, sure, rake them up. But short of that, you don't need to open up the lawn and get air to it. It's getting plenty of air.
Good. Hey, I'll do that. Or don't do it.
Again,
one or the other.
Yeah. Sometimes less is more, and this is one.
There you go. Jerry, thanks so much. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. All right?
Yes, sir, Terry.
Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. When we return, Matthew, who's up?
Up next, we have Steve Anderson from Baird & Co.
But first, this. The name of the game in farming is profit. And if you want to put more profit into farming, get the help and seasoned sound advice you need from the pros at Star of the West. Sure, the question of selling or storing your harvest is an important one. And Star of the West, with today's technology, can give you the up-to-the-minute information you need to make the right decision, one that certainly affects profits. That's just one reason why you should take your corn, your soybeans, any of your crops to Star of the West. The other is well-trained, experienced, knowledgeable people who are true professionals in agribusiness. Star of the West offers you stability that no other firm in the area can approach. This means that people who are in the same positions year after year get to know your needs better and in general know the business better. Since 1870, Star of the West has been and continues to be the one to trust. Star of the West, keeping the valley growing since 1870. Frankenmuth, Reese, Richville, Guerra, and Cass City. We say good morning to Steve Anderson over at Baird & Company. Stephen, good morning. How's things going?
Well, they're going pretty good. I just heard somebody say that I don't need to do something, and I'm pretty good at that.
especially when we're digging in the dirt out there, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, we've got mixed markets today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is ahead by 211 points, putting it at 39,001. That on volume of 289 million shares. The NASDAQ is down, however, by 57, putting it at 16,046. The volume there is 374 million shares. Stocks of local interest, generally higher. Caterpillar, 351.65, down a quarter. Deere, 387.87, up 256. CMS, 58.54, up 24. Dow, 56.81, up 7. DuPont, 73.82, up 30. Corteva is 54.72, up a penny. GM, 41.60, up 78. Trinzio is 4.39, down 3. Walmart, 60.77, down 9. Huntington Bank, 13.02, unchanged. Independent Bank, 23.75, that's up 23. And AT&T is down 6 cents at 17.24.
You have a great day, Steve.
I shall. You do the same.
I will. Steve Anderson over at Baird & Company. We'll be right back.
Do you have a history of white mold or SDS in your bean fields? While you can never predict when disease will occur, using the right seed treatments can reduce your risk of yield loss when it does. Did you know adding Heads Up to your seed treatment package brings a proven mode of action that primes your beans so they're ready to fight off disease all season long? Ask your seed dealer to apply Heads Up for protection against both white mold and sudden death syndrome this season. Learn more at headsupst.com.
Go on the offensive against weeds with Antares Complete from Helena. Antares Complete eliminates early weed competition with long-lasting residual control of broadleaf weeds and grasses. With a balanced premix of 3 herbicides, Antares Complete combats herbicide resistance and helps soybeans achieve a faster, more vigorous start to the season. Take a tactical first strike against weeds and protect your soybeans early with Antares Complete. Always follow label instructions and check registration before use. Contact your Helena representative to learn more.
Farm Service has been brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW FM, Carlton.